In this video, I want to teach you how to use your dirt bike clutch to improve your riding. What's up guys, I'm Dakota Freeman and welcome to the Rad Adventure Dude channel. So it's going to be important that when we want to improve our dirt bike riding, that we improve how we use our clutch. Our dirt bike clutch is how we shift through the gears smoothly and how we can actually get more acceleration out of the bike when we're in the wrong gear. Even when we're in the correct gear, we can use our dirt bike clutch to actually improve our acceleration and get the most out of our gears. So let's go ahead and jump into how to use our dirt bike clutch right now. So our dirt bike clutch is going to be huge to actually how we go through the gears and shift the smoothest way possible. We're also going to use our dirt bike clutch when we're first getting the bike going, and we can use our clutch in a couple different ways here to actually improve how fast we can get the bike started. So let's start here and talk about the first time we use the clutch to get the bike rolling. So as you should already know, there's going to be a point of motion on your clutch where as you shifted down into first gear and let the clutch out, you're going to feel the point of motion to actually get the bike rolling down the straightaway. So at this point, we're going to apply a little bit of throttle, and that's going to be how we get our bike rolling for the first time. You really want to learn how to use your clutch in a way to where you know exactly where this point of motion is, to where you can instantly let your clutch out to that point and know once you hit that, you immediately just want to put a little bit of throttle on and not have to actually think about everything you're going through at this point. You don't have to worry about letting the clutch out slowly anymore because you're going to know exactly where that point of motion is, and as you let the clutch out to that point, you're immediately going to get on the throttle a little bit, and that's going to get the bike going. So using your clutch in a little bit faster way here is going to be how you improve using your dirt bike clutch and actually get better at starting the dirt bike faster every time you need to go. So practice this over time, and soon it will become much easier to use your clutch at the very beginning to get the bike started as fast as possible. The next part of using our dirt bike clutch in the right way is if we're in the wrong gear, how do we use our dirt bike clutch to get in the right gear or just to get more acceleration much faster? Well, it's going to be important that when we are using our dirt bike clutch and say we're coming out of a corner and we get on the throttle and the RPM level is not where it needs to be, we can actually do two different things. One, we can use the dirt bike clutch and the gear shifter to shift down to get us in a better gear ratio to actually have more acceleration coming out of the gears. If we're close enough in our RPM range to where all we have to do is get the RPMs up just a little bit, we can actually just tap our clutch, and by tapping the clutch when we're in a corner like this is going to raise the RPM level and will actually give you more acceleration coming out of this gear. Obviously, if you're way off and you're in the wrong gear, then this isn't going to actually help you and you're going to have to shift down. But if you're close enough to where all you need to do is pick the RPMs up just a little bit, this is really going to help you with your dirt bike clutch. So if you're coming through a section and you're in too high of a gear and you want to raise the RPM level, just simply tap the clutch, and as you're doing that, have a little bit of throttle on, and this is going to raise your RPM level and get it where you need it so you have better acceleration on the bike. So it's going to be important that when we are learning on our dirt bikes that we learn how to use our dirt bike clutch in the best way possible. So you really need to practice with our clutch to where we know how it can affect our bike in different scenarios. If you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, make sure you hit that and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any of my future dirt bike riding tips. So the next thing I want to cover about our dirt bike clutch is how to stop from stalling the dirt bike. So if you're out on the tracks and trails and you're coming into a corner or somewhere where you have to slow down on the dirt bike, we want to make sure that we use our dirt bike clutch in the correct way. This way we don't stall the dirt bike and have to restart it and get going on our bikes. So if we're coming into a corner and we're using our rear brake, it's going to be important that we actually pull our clutch in. So this way, using the rear brake and slowing the wheel down doesn't stall the dirt bike as we're coming into the corner. This applies in any situation that we have the rear brake engaged, because if the back wheel stops turning or even just slows down too much, this will actually stall the dirt bike and have it cut off immediately. So to avoid stalling the dirt bike like this in this situation, we can actually just pull the clutch in, and this is going to free our gears up and free the motor up, and no matter what's going on with the dirt bike at this point, it's actually going to put it in neutral since the clutch is pulled in and the gears are not engaged, and you will not stall the dirt bike like this. So when we're using our rear brake in any situation, we want to make sure that we have the clutch pulled in so we don't stall the dirt bike. This is going to be an important step in our riding because no matter how good we are on the dirt bike, there's always situations where we're coming into corners too fast and we're having to get on the brakes quickly, and it's so easy for us to forget to pull in the clutch and we'll stall the bike in this situation. So try to avoid that and just instill into your riding, as you want to get on the back brake, we also want to pull in the clutch. The only time that this doesn't really apply is when we're going down a giant hill and we're using the motor brake to slow us down, we're using the brakes to slow us down, and if you pull the clutch in while you're going down a very steep hill like this, you're actually going to increase the speed on the dirt bike as you're going down the hill. So make sure, even if you're using your rear brake in this situation, that we leave the clutch out so that the engine brake can help slow the dirt bike down as we're going down this big hill. And the reason that it doesn't matter that we have the clutch out as we're using the rear brake here is because it's such a steep hill. If we do stall the dirt bike, all we have to do is let the clutch out as we're in gear, and it's going to restart the bike. So we're constantly using our gears to slow the bike down and both of our brakes. So I really want you to know how important it is that we master how to use our clutch on our dirt bike. This is because our clutch is really going to be in the middle of everything we do on our bikes. No matter what we're doing on the tracks or the trails, if we're jumping, if we're in a corner, if we're going through a whoop section, really any part of the track, we're constantly using our clutch to help the RPM level of the motor be exactly where we need it, depending on what gear we're in. And as you continue riding, you're going to develop the same sense over the clutch to where you're going to know exactly what you need to do at the right time. Rad family, I'm so proud of you for putting this time in and really becoming a better dirt bike rider. If you're still looking for more dirt bike riding tips, I'm always here. I've made a full dirt bike riding course over on my website that's going to walk you through being a complete beginner and take you to an advanced rider mastering the tracks and trails. You can also find all my rad merch over on the website as well. If this video helped you with your dirt bike clutch, make sure you like this video and drop some comments down below and ask me any other questions that you have. Make sure you hit the subscribe button that's right here and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any of my future dirt bike riding tips. After that, you can watch my next video right here. Stay rad, and I'll see you over there.